All right, here we go. We are live and we might be doing some swearing today. My name is Dr. Connie Scavella. I'm your host of The Iconic Entrepreneur, and I'm going to show you how to stop doing the 7 dumb things that F up your business, that F up your sales, that F up your income, and F up your life. And this is a special end of the month event. We are talking about how do you stop doing the things that are ruining all the things you want to happen, right? We always talk about what we want, how it's going to be so great when I have this, and I'm going to get this, and I'm going to have this, and yet we don't do it. We do the exact opposite. We do the things that don't work instead of the things that do. And if you're so sick and tired of doing the things that are making you broke and poor and tearing down your business and making you feel competitive with everybody else, guess what? We're going to stop it today. And these are the things that are tearing down your sales. You're like, oh, I don't like to talk about sales. I don't want to do sales. Well, it's the thing that makes the money go around. If you don't sell, you don't have any more money coming in your bank. I'm not talking just about revenue. Okay. I'm not talking about those fakesters who get online. I did 4 million. I did 3 million. I did a 500,000 and all of that. And then when they come to talk to me, it's all fake, right? Just talk to someone who was doing $500,000 a year, and you know what his take-home pay? Guess what the take-home pay was? $60,000. Okay, it's crazy, but that's what most businesses are doing. You take what your revenue is, and you're only bringing home 10%. So do you see why we always talk about making $1 million here? Why not? Okay, everybody thinks about, I want to hit 6 figures, and very few people do. Only 0.04% get to the $1 million. Well, what if you had $1 million business and you only brought home 10%? It's still $100,000 cash in the bank. Now, what we want to do, right? If I can get you to that, it's so easy to take that $100,000 a year and turn it into $100,000 a month. But you have to have a strategic plan, all right? And I'm going to give you a whole bunch of things that you can do today to make sure that you can turn your annual salary into a monthly salary within the next year. And now is the time to do it. Why is now the time to do it? Because this is the time of year where everyone hits the brakes. You notice that? It's like a Friday. But that Friday lasts an entire month. And people are not waking up. They're not saying, oh, I only have a month left. There's 33 days left in the year. You only have 33 days to make your year. It can happen. It can happen in a month. It can happen in a week. It can happen in a day. Okay. If you remember Ross Perot, right? He ran for president as an independent way back in the day. And what he did when he was in sales, he made his entire year quota on the first week of the year. How do you do that? Well, I'm going to show you how not to do it. All right. And then I'm going to show you at the end exactly how you do it. So as we get started, I want you to go ahead and check in. Turn off your other phones and your other gadgets and your other tabs. I know there's other tabs up there. Go ahead and count them. Put down in the comments below how many other tabs you have open before you ignore them. I think I'm probably at about 33. How about you guys? Okay. How many tabs do you have open on your screen on average or right now? Well, I want you to focus. I want to singularly focus on this because I'm going to make you some money today. And I'm going to give you some things that are guaranteed to make you money. And they cost you nothing at all. Okay. So this is the show that you are so glad that you're here for. If you are glad you're here, give me a, oh yeah, write down in the comments. Come on, put it in there. Let's see it because we're going to get started right now. I think we're going to. Okay. Phew. Make sure everything is working. Everything is on fire here today, and we are going to get started. So before we do, I want to let you guys know of something. Now, we have been doing the Iconic Entrepreneur, Iconic TV show for 4 years. This is our 4-year anniversary. And so it's been so awesome. And every time we come here on air and live, we are doing this for free. Okay. If you are missing this, if you're having a hard time finding us or seeing us, just type replay and we'll get it to you. But if you're local, as you guys know, I live in Southern California, where the weather is beautiful and taxes are awful. And I am doing a workshop so that we can meet in person instead of always on air. And in 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how I can double your profits without spending any more money on marketing or advertising, right? Forget spending $50, $10 a day when you aren't even making that much in your business. So come to my workshop. All you have to do is go to the iconicworkshop.com, and then you can come join us right there. It's going to be a ton of fun. Okay. So what are we talking about today, right? We want to make sure that you are not messing up your business, right? We don't want you to mess up your income. We don't want you to mess up your business and do stupid things, right? Okay. This is all kind of inspired by, right? This, the book. Have you guys seen the book? The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Okay. That's what this is all about. Now, I want to make sure that you guys can see and hear me. So give me a yes, give me a high five. I'm seeing some comments here, but we had some difficulties with tech the last couple times. So I want to make sure wherever you're watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button over there somewhere. Okay. And if you are watching on LinkedIn, let us know. If you are watching in Facebook, let us know. Just let me know where you're watching, because we want to make sure that the stream is getting out to you. Okay. So say where you are, where you're watching, let me know what's happening, and let me know if you're ready to get going. Okay. So let's take a look at what we're talking about today. This is the agenda. Okay. Why do we do these dumb things? And what are the 7 dumb mistakes? And then what are the 7 sales rules that you need to do? So I'm going to go fast on these. And if you just got here and you want to watch this again, just do hashtag replay. Okay. And we will get this for you. Okay. So what we want to do is break this down into these 7 things. And why is it a problem? First of all, why do we do this? Usually the reason we sabotage ourselves is because of this. There's something going on in here. There's a mindset issue that is bothering us, and that we're hanging on to the past. So what you have to do is you have to unlink your past from your potential if you're going to be able to do any of this. And it's so important. How many years have you been struggling below 7 figures? How many years have you been struggling below 6 figures? Wouldn't it be great to, if you could look back 60 days, okay, all of October, all of November, okay, or whenever you're watching this, go back 60 days. Now take your income from your business, side business, spouse's business, any extra money you made, real estate, affiliate sales, whatever, side hustles, take all that money, okay, add it up in your head. Now, if you don't know, like if it would take you about 10, 15 minutes to figure that number out, that's one of the reasons, because you're not staying on top of your numbers, right? You have to track these things. You have to know every day, am I on target or off target, right? That 1% little bit that you're off is going to end you up in Alaska instead of Mexico. It's a huge difference. So you have to know your numbers. So let's take that 60 days. All right. Now double it. Okay. I'm not talking 10xing it. Okay. I just want you to double it. If you could double your income right now in December, this current month, and you double your income from the last 2 months, let's say you made $5,000 in October, $6,000 in November. All right. Easy math. That's $11,000 in 2 months. Now, double that. That's $22,000. How would you feel making $22,000 this month? That's what I'm going to show you. $22,000 versus $6,000. That's amazing, right? That's more than 3 times, almost 4 times your pay just by doubling it. See, a lot of people are trying to think so big, but you just have to think in terms of doubling it. Okay. And so what if we did that again in the next month? Now you're making $44,000 a month. What if we doubled it again? And now you're making $88,000 a month. You keep that up, 88,000, you're at $1 million run rate. What'd it take? Double, 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 right? That's it. It's so simple. It's a formula. It's a strategy. And most people don't have it. And that's why you're making these dumb mistakes, because you don't really know what you're doing. You don't have a strategic plan. Okay. So let's take a look at the 7 things. Okay. Number 1, here's a hint, starts with a P. Okay. Is preparation. You're not prepared. Like we talked about the numbers. Are you looking at your numbers? Do you know where you are so that you know how hard you have to go? What's the intensity that you have to drive that day? And do you know your prospect? When you go on a call, are you ready or are you scrambling? Just to figure it out, like, oh, I wonder what they do, and you just figure, oh, I'll just ask them on the call. You don't have a game plan, and you don't even know what's going on in the whole playground, the competitive market. If you don't know what your competitors are doing, you don't know what your prospect is looking at and why they would or would not go with you. And you also don't understand the sales process. What is that? Because it begins a lot earlier than the clicking of the Zoom call or the picking up of the telephone. There's a lot that goes on beforehand. And if you don't know that and you don't know the process before and afterwards, then it's not going to work. And the other part of preparation is just doing enough reps, right? Just going it and doing it and doing it and doing it. Do you have a block that every day you're doing lead generation? Every single day you're doing 2 hours of lead generation? If you're not making six figures, there's nothing else you should be doing that's more important than that. 2 hours a day of generating leads. Now, in that 2 hours, you might make 20 calls. That's it. But you compound that and over and over and over from doing reps, right? That's how you become an amazing $1 million earner. Okay. That's how you do double, double, double. It's really simple, but you've got to prepare for excellence. Most people don't prepare. You know what they do? They have no plan. Okay. So I'm going to give you a one-page sheet that you can grab from me right now, and you can do this. You can double your revenue. Just ask for the results sheet. Okay. My team is standing by, Angie and Della and Sandy. And I think Tally's here as well. All I want you to do is double your numbers. Okay. There's a thing called results. Just type results. This will help you get prepared. And when you take that and you fill out that sheet, you'll be amazed at the impact it has on you. So that's the first gift I'm going to give you. Okay. So we've got the P that's prepared. What is the next one in our 7 steps? So the next one, step 2, is a C. Okay. So what I want you to think about here is consistency. So first you have to be prepared, but the consistency matters. I don't care how prepared you are. Most people are in stops and starts, fits and starts, right? You go fast, you go slow, or you refuse to just go all in to say, I'm just going to do it. I don't care if it hurts. I don't care if I miss my favorite show. I don't care if I miss a big party everyone's going to, right? At some point, you have to go all in and you have to stay in. You can't go in and then out. This isn't the hokey pokey, right? You put your right leg in, take your right leg out. That is not what's going to bring you sales, okay? And the other thing is, why aren't you consistent? Because you're taking your eye off the prize. You can't remember what it is. Like, if I say double, you're like, I can do that. I can double that. But when I say, let's take you to $80,000 a month in 3 months, you're going to freak out, because you took your eye off the prize. The prize right now is just to double. Does that make sense? Okay. It's so easy when you just understand the singularity of it all. Just keep it really simple, single focus on all times. Okay. That's how you stay in. But if you start looking at what are other people doing, and someday I'll have this, and, I'm going to pretend to everybody I'm so rich and famous. I'm going to take all these trips and take pictures and do all this stuff. Well, just do your 2 hours of lead generation a day, for heaven's sakes, and it'll get you there. Okay. So now let's go on to number 3. The third F up starts with an E. Okay. Everybody does this one. Emotionality. Oh my gosh. Oh, they were so awful. I can't believe they didn't show. Nobody shows. Nobody calls me back. I'm just not that good. Do you think people will actually buy this? Maybe my price is too high. All this insecurity, all this imposter syndrome. And do you want to know, just in 10 seconds, how you get rid of imposter syndrome? Anyone want to know? You want to know how to peel off that mask? Like, I'm such a fake. What if people find out? Okay, the way you get rid of imposter syndrome is you only do what you say you're going to do. You only become what you say you are. Okay? If you say I'm a 7-figure earner, then go earn it. Okay? If you say I'm the best person at mindset training, then be it. Just be it and stop trying it. Okay? Stop comparing. Just be it. Right? When people arrive, they don't talk about someday I'm going to arrive. Right? I don't talk about someday being a brunette. Why? Because I already am that. Okay. I don't need to talk about it. And that's the thing about imposter syndrome. You don't need to talk about all this stuff. Just be it. You're done. That's it. It's so simple. You don't need to sit on anyone's couch for 3 years. Okay. I saved you about $10,000 right there. So, where's that emotionality come in? You're more focused on your commission than the client, right? You're so worried. Is this going to work? Is this going to close? I don't know if they're going to buy. Okay. Stop thinking about yourself. Give value. Just give. Okay. Stop worrying about what you get. And the other thing is when you let the prospect lead, you let other people dominate. Oh, they came on and they were in a really bad mood, or they're so dry, or they weren't even laughing at my jokes. And you're so affected. This is called outsourcing. And that just means you subjugate your power to somebody else, which means you lose. And that turns you into an approval seeker. Emotionality is just a killer. It'll just devastate you. And what people do is, you know what they do? They actually then own it as if it's a badge that they wear on their collar. And they say, I'm an empath. I don't care if you're an empath. Be an empath, but don't let other people affect you. Okay. Just have empathy for people if you want to, but don't make it own you. Okay. You know, there's business and there's other stuff. Start growing up, putting on your big girl pants and big boy pants, and make some gosh darn money. Stop effing out everything up. Okay. Now, if you're just getting here, I warned you at the beginning, we're going to be doing some swear words. I'm going to, dose out some tough love because I think you need it. Look, we're 11 months over, done, 33 days left in the year. What you do? What do you have to show for it? Right? Did you actually hit your goal yet? Well, guess what? You can hit your goal this December. You love that? You love it? Okay. If you're loving how I'm talking, I know I'm being kind of weird today. I'm just pushing you. I'm like, come on, wake up. You stop pretending you're woke, wake up and start doing the work, right? I didn't get to build $5 million, multi-million dollar companies by being emotional and, worrying how do other people think of me? Or I don't know if I feel like getting up today. If you have a real business, if you have an automotive store, you have a floral shop, or you're a bakery, right? I think a lot of online entrepreneurs could really learn a lot from brick and mortar businesses. They don't not show up. They don't just go, I don't feel like it today. I need to take 4 days off. And you plan for that. And if you're not given permission, I had someone who said, hey, Connie, I'm going to take a week off. I said, don't you dare. You just had a big win. Go, 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 push harder. And that person didn't like that idea and said, okay, I'll do it. But no, she manifested being sick. Okay. It's your mind, guys. Right? If you at the beginning go back and get the replay, okay, please go back and get the replay because we talked about some really important stuff just a minute ago. And so type hashtag replay if you want it, but you have to understand that you're in charge. And when you could picture taking the last 2 months of all the money that you made, the whole household, you, your spouse, whoever, whatever came in, whatever dividends you got, you double that and you made that in December. How would that feel? The second you say, hey, that would feel amazing. Instead of $6,000 a month, I make $22,000 a month. If you can feel it, you can do it. And that's it. Okay. So you have to hang on to that instead of everything that doesn't work. And that's one of the reasons why people are effing up their whole business. Okay. And let's go look at number 4. And that starts with an M, M&Ms. What do you think that is? What do you think number 4 is? Oh, this is the worst. Like, this is a sin. This is a crime. People should go to jail for it. This is mediocrity. How many of you are drowning in mediocrity? You're always comparing apples to apples. How am I doing against everybody else? Right? You're playing small and you're justifying your losses. Oh, I know, I would have, had more sales, but I had to do this with the kids, or so-and-so didn't show up, or my ad guy did this. You're justifying everything and you're playing small. Like, come on, be the big person here. Another thing, mediocrity. You're unwilling to stand out from everybody else. Like, what should I price this at? I'm pricing it at $9.97 because everybody's at $9.97. So what? Okay, that doesn't work. That's not how you build a $1 million business. And what happens then is you're aligned with your competitors. And what do? People start trashing the winners. Do you know how much hate I get when I talk about making millions and millions of dollars, making $1.4 million in 9.5 months from zero? A lot of people trash me. Before I ever got there, they trashed me for going out and talking about it, that I would do it. And you know why I didn't have imposter syndrome? Is because I actually did it. Okay. And so are you doing these sins? Are you aligning with the weak people and trashing the winners? And are you stuck in your comfort zone? You're living at your status quo. Okay. Yeah, you love driving the Toyota or whatever. And then you see, I was just out to a brand new restaurant called Steak 48 here in Southern California. It's really awesome. And they've got a couple for, I think, 4 different versions. And it's a la carte, and your entree starts at around $75, goes up to about $120. And it's just really posh, amazing restaurant, all kinds of people. You know what? They're packed, absolutely packed every single night. And there's not one car in the lot under $100,000, not one. And in the front row, you've got a McLaren, you've got a Lambo, you've got the top Goldwing Mercedes, all these kind of things. Now, guess what? These people are winners. They don't talk about it. They're not imposters, right? They're not mediocre. They're not trying to play small. They're not downplaying. Just get out of the mediocrity. It just doesn't win. It doesn't win. Okay. And honestly, at night, you don't feel good. You don't believe your own justifications anyway, right? Okay, so what number are we on? We're going pretty fast here. I'm in rare form. I am just so excited. I am super excited because in 2 days, I'm going to be doing our next workshop. If you want to come to our next workshop, it is free. I'm buying you breakfast. The only hook, the only catch to this is it's live. I'm in person and not behind a screen. Thank God. You know, I miss the interaction of people. I used to live for years as a speaker, going around the country and around the world speaking, and I loved it. And now I can go out and do that again because we can be free. And if you want to come join me and see how I can double your profits in 5 minutes, just type workshop down below, #workshop, or you can go to the iconicworkshop.com. I'll give you some more info on that in a few minutes. So we're talking about how you can F up your business, your sales, your income, your life, relationships, everything can get messed up. Okay. So let's go on. I think we're on number 5. Okay. You. What do you think number 5 is? Well, how are people messing this up? This is a biggie. This is a biggie. This is where you get so much resistance. You're unscripted. Okay. You've got to grow your sales, right? You can do all the pretty stuff, all the design, all the talking, all the books, right? All the lead magnets, all the collabs in the world. And if you can't close it, you got nothing. And you have to have a script. You have one, okay? It's just either a bad one or a great one. If you're not closing, you're like, I don't need a script. You're following a script, okay? It's just unrehearsed and it's random. And then one day you'll get one of the 10% of the people that'll buy you. They go, this works. It doesn't work. It was just random. It was one of those laydowns. So the thing is, you need a roadmap. You need a formula to follow in sales, and you follow one that works until you eclipse the number, and then you can customize it. Okay. I always tell people, follow our structure, our formulas till you hit $100,000 with it, and then go ahead and change it. And then you'll come back because you're going to change it wrong. Okay. I've been doing sales for decades, right? 100,000 team sales force. Okay. Sales is so easy, but it is scripted, but you don't have to sound like it or feel like it. You have a script. You have a script with your spouse, the things you say when you get together, the way you fight, the things you get angry about. You have a script with your friends, what you say when you greet, right? These are all scripts. You just don't recognize it. You just need the right one. Okay. And one of the scripts that you forget is forgetting to get referrals, right? That's part of the script. Make sure if somebody loves what you have, that you say, who else would love this? Okay. Who else can you right now think that you could invite? Who could you share this video with? Let us know. If it's just type #friend. If you've got a friend that you would love to invite into our group or invite into our free workshop, then just type #friend, and we will reward you for the referral, and somebody else will reward you for the referral as well. Okay. So what's number 6? Number 6 is the F word. Okay. Again, I promised you in the beginning we're going to be doing some swearing. So here we go. It's follow up, follow up, follow up. This is where you have to button up the sale. I don't have time for buttoning up the sale. You can ask for the replay and get the cheat sheets. So just do #replay and we'll get you everything. But buttoning up the sale is critical. That's how you psychologically prevent a rescission, making people think, oh, never mind, or I talked to my husband and never mind, and they back down from the sale. If that's ever happened, or they're in it for 1, 2, 3 months and then they back out. Do you know the average person on a subscription has gone in 3 months? Can't have that. You have to know how to follow up, how to do it immediately, how to do it frequently, strategically, and systematically. That's how you have to do follow up. Most people don't even do it at all. Okay. Why? It just boggles the mind. Okay. So most people will follow up if they do once or twice. And you need to have a follow-up system and a schedule. Do you know we have follow-up schedules that go for a year? Okay. So maybe you've heard the thing, how long do you follow up with someone? Like when do they get tired of you? When is it too much? When they die. Okay. Can't follow up after that point. So keep following up. Your business is going to change. Your offers are going to change. You're going to get better. And then people are going to come to you. We have people that have been watching us. Maybe it's you. Maybe you've been kind of in the bleachers way back there watching us for a while, never really doing anything. Every once in a while you'll say something, but you're a stalker, you're a watcher, you're kind of a sniper back there. But then something happens, and it could be 6 months or a year. We have so many people like this. And then they're like, okay, and then they step up. Okay. Wouldn't happen if we didn't have follow-up, right? You guys might think, gosh, you and your team follow up so much and get us so much stuff. Absolutely. Because we know if you're not with us, at some point you're going to fail. And I want you to succeed. And the best way to succeed is having a really simple strategic business. And that's the only thing we do. Everything we teach you is 4 steps. If you would like to take your whole business, tear it apart, and break it down instead of 80 million pieces, 80 hours a week, break it down to 4 simple steps. That's it, one at a time. And what happens after a year? You have $80,000 coming in to your bank account every single month, $83,333. And we just use that concept I showed you in the beginning, double, double, double. Okay, we just double it every quadrant. And that takes you from $5,000 a month to $1 million at the end of the year. If you want to know how to do it, just type #double, #double, and I will show you the exact formula. I can show it to you in 5 minutes, okay? And I'll show you exactly in 5 minutes how I can double your profits without spending any more money on marketing or ads, okay? And I'm telling you that, and we have an ad agency, okay? I don't talk about it much, but that's not where I want you to go. I want you to just double your money without spending the money there. Okay. So we talked about the follow-up. And again, if you're just getting here, you've got to watch this again. Get the replay. Watch it again. Go through the 7 steps. See where you're effing up. Okay. Because it's got to end. What's number 7 is the big O. Okay. And this is everything. Okay. This is the climax of it all. It is the offer. Okay. Your offer's pennies. It's anemic. It's vague. It's all about alignment and your feeling and all this stuff that doesn't mean anything to anybody and is so underpriced. It's also has too much risk. You're not taking away their risk. You're not taking away their effort, and you're not reducing their time. I just told you we'll break your business down into 4 simple steps. You do 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, not all 4 steps together. And you will work a 5-hour workday, and you will have a 7-figure year, right? That's so simple. Who wouldn't want that, right? If you want it, just type #double. I'll show you how to double your profits in 5 minutes. And the other thing, the offer is not customized. It's not catered and tailored to exactly what the people want. It's not bespoke and it's not irresistible. I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'll get back to you. How many times do you hear that? Yeah, I'll get back to you. I got to talk to somebody. Let me think about it. That means your offer sucks. Okay. So you effed yourself on your offer. Okay. So you have to have an amazing offer. If you don't know how to do an offer and you keep getting right down to the bottom line and then they don't take it, it's your offer that stinks. Yes, your baby's ugly. If you want me to take a look at your offer, I'm happy to take a look at your offer. In fact, you can even pitch me your offer and I'll tell you if it's a pretty offer or an ugly baby. Okay. So that's what you're doing wrong. Okay. Those are the 7 things that you're doing wrong. I want you to fix them right away. Okay. How easy is it? It is this easy. Okay. Just callconnie.com, callconnie.com or #call. Okay. I'll also give you 2 of my newest books. I have 7 brand new business books that are out, and there's 2 right there, the Iconic Wealth Strategies and the 12 Profit Levelers. And so I'll show you that how to get $100,000 in your business in 45 minutes. And again, no marketing, no advertising. All you have to do is go to callconnie.com. Okay. But so here's the thing. How do you get the sale? How do you get these things closed? Number 1, establish rapport. Okay. Not a lot, just enough. Okay. Don't spend 15 minutes on rapport. Don't suck up. Don't, oh, really? Wow. You don't really mean that. Somebody called me today, cold called me and tried to get me to go to a workshop in Arizona. And he said, oh, do you know about this? And has anyone talked to you? And it was so interesting. I totally took him off his game. He had a script and he didn't stick to it. I like to test these people, right? And I said, hey, skip all that. Just give me the bottom line. He's like, and he couldn't qualify me, right? So how can he give me a bottom line? And, just blew him out of the water. I'd like to do that to people, right? So go ahead and give me your offer. I'll blow you out of the water and I'll show you what's wrong with your offer. So he was trying to do all this rapport and didn't need it. Okay. So don't start there. Okay. What's the second thing? I'm going to sneeze here. Qualify the prospect. Qualify them. Like he was trying to, and I tried to take him off his game. He couldn't qualify me. And so I'm not interested because he had something that totally didn't align with me. Okay. So make sure you're qualifying them before and during. Okay. And step number 3 is you've got to build value. What's the value of this? He tried to build value on what he was trying to sell me today off of the speaker. Well, I don't like the speaker. I think the speaker is too arrogant. And so if you would have found like the topic is interesting, but not the speaker. Okay. So he couldn't build any value. He didn't know anything about me. Right. So if you want to double your sales, double your profits, okay, in just 5 minutes, been talking about this all day, #profit. It doesn't hurt. Okay. I don't bite. You can book a call, go to meconnie.com, callconnie.com. There's 1,000 ways to reach me. My number's all out there. Call me, text me. But what would happen if you did that? 22,000 in December? Anybody have a problem with that? No. Okay. So go ahead and do that. What's the 4th thing you have to do in the sales process is create desire. People are so in love with their offer. And you're talking about your offer, but you're not making me want it. You're in love with it, but I'm not in love with it yet. So how are you going to make this desirable to me? How, people put more energy into going out on a date with their spouse or a new person than they do on dressing up their offer. How do you make it desirable? And most of them are not desirable. They're just sort of boring. So the next step number 5 is you've got to overcome the objections that they have, right? The poor guy who tried to sell me today didn't even know my objections, right? He didn't make it desirable enough because he didn't show me any value. Do you see how these stack up? And then step number 6 is you've got to lock down the sale. This is part of what we talked about, buttoning up the sale. Go back and get the replay if you're just getting here and watch that part because that will be everything. That's the one thing that I loved about teaching sales is that I knew how to I never had a rescission. I had never had anyone go back and say, never mind. Okay. Because I know how to make sure that they stay in love. And so you've got to really be able to lock down the sale. Make sure that person is like so committed. Don't just like get a yes and then run. Okay. You have to close it down and then close. Okay. So you actually have to lock it down, then you close it. Okay. And then you can, do something simple like a order form close or whatever. Okay. So those are the 7 steps. We talked about everything you're doing to F it up. Now, this is the whole 7-step cycle of what you have to do. Now, this is really something anybody can do. If you want this and you want this cheat sheet here, then just do #replay. Go get that #replay and get everything that you see here because it's that simple. Okay. Now, if you want me to actually, because I know I went really, really fast and not fast enough for some of my team, but if you want me to find $100,000 of profit in your business in 45 minutes without spending 1 cent on marketing or advertising, just do that. Callconnie.com. Just do callconnie.com. We'll find a time. If you love this, what you're seeing today, just give me a love. Give me some likes. Give me some loves. Tell me it's okay. It's not so bad. Otherwise, I'm going to have imposter syndrome if you don't give me some loves and likes, So I want you to double your profits in 5 minutes. That's what will happen on that call. And I'll show you how we can double your profits in 5 minutes and not a penny. You won't spend a penny on that call on anything. So here's my question to you. What would happen if you could double your profits? Right? You did $5,000 last month. Maybe you did $5,000 in the last 2 months. Maybe you haven't done $5,000 all year. I don't know. But let's say you could double that 5,000 and the month before was 6,000. You got 11,000 now. In December, you're going to make $11,000. Okay. What would happen to your life? I mean, not $22,000. So how much more would you earn if you doubled your income? What would it be? Right? If you have to think about that number, you don't know that number on the top of your head, what you're making right now every month. You're not going to make it. You're never going to make 6 figures if you don't even know what your income is over the last 2 months. Just telling you. Okay. These are habits you have that are not your fault, but you just have them. And there's something called the quantum zeno effect, and you can't let go of it because it's actually scientific, the way your brain works, and you can't let go of it. And so you need something to break you free, unlink your past from your potential. So what would it cost for you to do nothing? If you did nothing, you just sat here and watched this. Wow, she's right. That makes sense. And you did nothing. What does it cost you? It costs you $22,000 this month. Next month, it costs you $44,000. And then in March, 3 months, or February, right? Valentine's Day, you just lost $88,000. What is that? That's $40,000. If you're not even making that, you're throwing that away just by doing nothing. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and call Connie.com. Okay. I'll find that $100,000 for you. And if you're local, I want you to come to the Profit Acceleration Workshop. And we will show you exactly how to do it. And you'll walk away with your $100,000 plan in writing, personalized to you. And I will even feed you and you leave your wallet at home. Don't worry about it. If you're not here locally, just fly in. If you know someone locally, tell them to be there. Okay. So I have the next one coming up on Thursday. So I want you to be there. And there's one other thing. I want you to be back here next Tuesday, 5 o'clock for Iconic TV. And we will see you then. All righty, everybody.